Okay, so are you ready to like jump into this AI thing? Because it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, I feel like everyone's talking about it, but like, what actually is it?
Right, exactly. And that's what we're going to get into today, like a serious deep dive into AI. We're
Awesome.
going to go from, just those basic things like when Netflix is like, you would like this show based on what you've watched,
Yeah.
all the way to the very complex stuff like self-driving cars.
And Chat GPT.
Oh yeah, ChatGPT, that's the one that can write you like a whole essay.
Yeah, like a whole term paper if you want it to.
Crazy. So yeah, that's where we're headed, and thankfully our sources do a pretty good job of just starting out with like a super simple definition of what AI even is.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious.
So they're saying that this is basically simulating human intelligence in machines.
Okay.
So like systems that think and learn and solve problems.
Like we do.
Yeah, but like way faster and on a way bigger scale.
Right, because computers are good at that kind of stuff.
Totally. And what's really interesting is that AI isn't just like one thing.
It's not just one big computer brain in the sky.
Exactly. Like the sources talk about this difference between narrow AI and general AI.
Oh, yeah, that's an important distinction.
So narrow AI is like the stuff we see every day. It's really good at one specific task, like recognizing your face to unlock your phone.
Yeah, or like filtering spam emails.
Yes, exactly. But then there's general AI, which is like the really futuristic stuff.
Like the Terminator.
Like that's where a machine could do any intellectual task that a human can.
Right, like think for itself, basically.
Yeah, and that's where it gets a little freaky.
Little bit.
But we're not quite there yet. So let's stick with the narrow AI stuff for now. Because honestly, even that is already like blowing my mind.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of crazy how much AI is already just integrated into our lives.
Yeah, it's everywhere. I was reading this article about how AI is being used in healthcare. And it's like straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Oh, tell me about it.
They're using AI to like analyze medical images and diagnose diseases like cancer.
Really?
Yeah, and the crazy thing is they're saying it can sometimes be even more accurate than human doctors.
Wow, that's incredible.
I know, right? And think about what that means for people. Like early detection is so important with something like cancer.
It could be life-saving.
Exactly. Like AI could actually help people live longer, healthier lives.
Yeah, and not just with diagnosing diseases, it can also help with things like drug discovery and personalized treatment plans.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Like imagine if AI could create a medicine that was specifically tailored to your DNA.
That's the future of medicine right there.
It's insane. And then there's finance. Like our sources were talking about these things called robo-advisors.
Yeah, robo-advisors are pretty cool. They basically use AI to give you personalized financial advice.
So it's like having a little AI financial expert in your pocket.
Pretty much. They can help you with things like investing, saving for retirement, even budgeting.
So it's like AI is taking over Wall Street.
Well, not quite taking over, but it's definitely changing the game.
For sure. So we've talked about AI in healthcare and finance, but it's really everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, think about all the stuff we use every day that relies on AI, like our smartphones, our social media, our streaming services.
It's kind of scary how much we rely on it without even realizing it.
It is a little bit, but it's also pretty amazing what AI can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that AI is going to continue to shape our world in some pretty major ways.
Absolutely. And who knows what the future holds? I mean, we've barely scratched the surface of what AI is capable of.
That's a good point. And it makes me think about that general AI thing we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, the super intelligent machines.
Right. Like if narrow AI is already this powerful, what happens when we start creating machines that can really think like humans?
That's the big question, isn't it? And honestly, it's a little unsettling.
It is. There are so many ethical and philosophical questions that come up.
Like, what happens when AI becomes more intelligent than us?
Right. Or what if AI develops its own consciousness?
That's getting into some serious sci-fi territory.
We know. But it's something we have to think about because these aren't just hypothetical questions anymore.
They're becoming more and more real every day.
Exactly. So I guess the big takeaway here is that AI is powerful and it's here to stay.
And it's up to us to figure out how to use it responsibly.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, this deep dive was definitely intense. I feel like I need to go take a break from all my devices now.
Yeah, I hear you. But hey, at least we have something to think about.
True that. So until next time, folks, keep those brains buzzing and maybe unplug for a little bit too.
Good advice.